What's up guys and welcome back to On The Brick, where I kinda forgot to give a clue for this week's figure. You would have thought that I Jocasta Nu better, but alas it kinda slipped my mind. So let's get the clue for next week out of the way. If Han Solo was Lone Star, then C-3PO is this person. That is of course assuming that the seller ever actually ships it to me. But anyway, Jocasta Nu is the Jedi seen in Episode 2 when Obi-Wan is looking for Kamino, and she has that line,
"If an item does not appear in our records, it does not exist."
It's really just the snobbish way that she says it, but I guess she doesn't exist anymore, so who really won in the end? Also, if you didn't know, she actually has a storyline extending past Order 66 in canon that is really awesome. It's in the comics, so if you're not a fan of that, you can always check out Star Wars Explained, or I think some other channels. They all do some really good recaps of her story. And it's actually a story that matters. But this figure specifically comes from Engineerio. They are a seller who I have purchased from before, and they exclusively print on real Lego pieces. They make no custom molds. And for that, some of their figures do really suffer. But for something like this, it works perfectly fine. You can instantly tell who this character is supposed to be, and I think the choice of pieces works great. There is a surprising amount of detail on the front here. You can see the overlapping robes and all the different designs on her tunic, I want to say. This doesn't look flat at all, and I really love the character from this angle. But this minifigure is printed in 180 degree only, in the most true sense of the word ever. There is absolutely nothing on either side of the minifigure, and even the back is completely empty. There is literally nothing to show you about this figure except for the front. That's it. I spent $28 on this minifigure, and even though I think the front looks good, that is still quite disappointing, especially when you compare it to other sellers out there. I can get a whole lot of minifigures from Clone Army Customs at the $28 price. And those are 360 printed with custom molds and a weapon. But that's also not entirely a fair comparison to make, as Clone Army Customs has been around for over a decade, and Engineerio has not. Still, I was a little disappointed to see the utter lack of printing or details beyond the front of the figure. Now, one other point that I do want to praise is the face. I actually don't know if this is a custom face, but I really do like it. It shows the proper age, and again, I was pretty happy with how it resembled Jocasta Nu. Sometimes people just get the faces really wrong. I don't think this is one of those cases. This is a really good choice. But one area that I have to keep questioning is this hair, as it's not really white. It's actually kind of pink. And Jocasta Nu does not have pink hair. And another area of the hair that is rather unfortunate is you can see the bubbles right on the front there. Clearly the ink or whatever did not dry properly and left some residual. If it happened to be on the back, it probably wouldn't matter so much, but it's right in the front and pretty easy to spot every time you look at this figure. So overall, this is the definition of an average minifigure. It's not really bad. I would be very, very, very hesitant to say that. But it's also not great either. It's really missing a lot. It could use way more details, and like I said, the printing on the hair is rather unfortunate. But the printing and designs on the torso and face are great, and you can easily tell who this is. So overall, I would give this like a 6.5 out of 10. Now, if you're interested in getting your own or other awesome Lego figures, I will link to Engineerio's site in the comments down below. And of course, I would love to know what you guys think about them, or if there's any other figures from Engineerio you would like to see me get. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and consider checking me out on Instagram, Discord, and of course on Patreon, where you can join all these wonderful people on screen, including our newest patron DTG, and one of my longest patrons, Jonathan. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.